Free kick for us in a very nice situation, and we're going to have Riyad Mahrez to try and curl this one in. Let's see if he can put this one in. Go on, Mahrez. Oh, decent power on it, and it's in. Riyad Mahrez with an absolute beauty of a free kick, his second of the game. Corner for us, come on, we need a magical moment from here. It's a decent ball played and the header is brilliant, and it's in to Wanzebe with the header as we take the lead against Everton. So here we are back again with another episode of the Leicester City Career Mode series. This is episode number 17. Last episode we wrapped up transfer deadline day, and of course we made the signing of Dani Olmo from Dinamo Zagreb, which was brilliant. And now that all the transfer stuff can be put aside, it is now time to focus on the Premier League as we're competing at the very top with Spurs. Hopefully in this episode we can maybe leapfrog them and become league leaders in the Prem. Obviously we've got Champions League football as well in this episode, as we'll be going up against Lazio, but that game against Chelsea away at the Stamford Bridge is going to be a huge test for us. It's definitely going to be an action-packed episode, and if you guys are enjoying this series, let's keep the support coming in. 2,000 likes once again would be absolutely wonderful. If you are new around here, subscribe for more FIFA 20 career mode content, and let's get this one underway. So it is time for a press conference, and if you guys want to get involved, make sure to drop in your questions down in the comments section below. First question, are you going to sign new midfielders because Maddison and Tielemans easily get out of energy? That's actually a very good observation. Even though the two of them have got like decent stamina, I think 77 is their stamina, but the deal with them is that they play in such a demanding position in which they've got to go up and down, create chances for the team, and so much more, even score sometimes. So it is a demanding position. Their stamina does go down, but we don't really need to sign anyone because we already wrapped up that department as we signed Dani Olmo last season. He's going to offer us so much squad depth, and not just that, he's going to give tough competition to the likes of Maddison and Tielemans. And if we want to win trophies this season, we need to have squad depth, and I'm so glad we signed Dani Olmo. And yeah, the midfield is sorted, man. We've got enough depth to go through this season. And I know a lot of people in the comments have been asking me, when am I going to start uploading Ultimate Team videos? Because I think that would be great videos for you guys to watch as well. And finally, I can give you guys some information on that. I'm going to start a brand new series on my second channel on Ultimate Team, and it's going to be epic because it's going to feature a certain Barcelona legend who has been one of the most important players in their history. I'm not going to say who, but it's going to be a ton of fun when I do start that series. It's going to be on my second channel. I don't want to be putting Ultimate Team videos on my main channel because the main channel, it's all about career mode, all about experiment videos. So I want to keep it that way. But the second channel, I want it to be about Ultimate Team. So if you guys can subscribe to my second channel, that would be greatly appreciated. You guys can click the I button on the top right of your screen to do exactly that. But yeah, videos coming very soon to my second channel. I'm so excited, man. Next question, Twansebe showed his class last episode, surely you should play him more. That's right, man, he was actually really good in that last episode, scored an important winner for us, got us all 3 points in a game with a beautiful header. And yes, I should be playing him more because the guy is actually really talented. He's only 22 as well. And I told you guys, man, it's a long season. So Junko and Alderweireld aren't going to be playing every single game. If Twansebe is patient, he is going to get his opportunities. And it's up to him to take that. And he's actually been really good this season. I can see him getting a lot of games. And yes, I am going to be using him quite frequently this season. And I'm really excited to see how he progresses. But that's it for today's press conference. Let's move on. After scoring a sensational hat-trick in the last episode, which included a gorgeous free kick, it is Riyad Mahrez that wins the player of the episode as voted by you guys. Lovely to see our new signing already performing incredibly well in this series. Also guys, it is now time to promote Ewan Morgan to the Leicester City first team because he's 66 rated, which means he can hold his own. We've been training him consistently as well, and also he's 18. I don't really want him leaving our academy setup in case we don't give him a contract or something like that. So I think it's only fair we sign him now to the first team. So let's do it, man. Ewan Morgan, welcome to Leicester City's first team, and hopefully we can give him his debut very soon. But I'm really excited to see what kind of player he becomes. Here's a quick look at our season goals as well. Hopefully we can see more goal contributions from Maddison and Tielemans. And also we've just promoted one of our youth academy players, so hopefully we can give him some games to help us with the Trusting the Youth challenge. Apart from that, clean sheets for once would be helpful. We've struggled for that this season. And of course, goals from Timo Werner would of course be amazing. It's actually extremely tight at the very top of the Premier League right now, with Spurs, Leicester and Man United all on 13 points. Not much separating the three teams. Up next, we've got a game against Crystal Palace and we need to beat them. So I'm hoping we can do exactly that, and a clean sheet would be amazing as well. Can Wilfried Zaha excel past recent poor performances? I mean, I know he hasn't scored in a while since match day 1. But I think he's been decent in terms of his play and he's been creating chances for the team. I kind of feel like it's a bit harsh saying that his performances have been poor. Anyway, we're just going to say, like, you know, he'll get out of his patch and all that. He's a star. He understands what he has to do and his morale does go up. Hopefully that helps him out. So Tuanzebe wants to play in this upcoming game against Crystal Palace, but he'll have to be patient. We're going to be playing Tuanzebe in the next game that we've got, which is, of course, a Carabao Cup game. So that's where he'll be getting his opportunity. These are the kind of games you just absolutely have to win if you want to be crowned champions of England, and we need to do exactly that. Leicester versus Palace at the King Power Stadium, and I'm taking this one extremely seriously, going with basically the strongest possible 11. Timo Werner, Wilfried Zaha, Mahrez, Maddison and Didi, all of them are starting. We need to pick up all 3 points from this fixture. Oh, here we go on the attack now with Wilfried Zaha. Leicester City with a chance to take the lead. Maddison, James Maddison curls it in and of course he's gonna score. James Maddison's finishing, man, is so good in this game. Last season he scored, I think, 10 plus goals for us. Probably even more than 15. I'm not too sure about the exact numbers. This season he's already scoring at an incredible rate as Leicester City take the lead against Crystal Palace. We can't be dropping points in games like this, and I don't think we are going to, as Zaha contributes to a goal against this former side. 1-0 Leicester. On the attack once again we go. Zaha is in the mood to, you know, perform against this former side. Still Wilfried Zaha brings it inside. Still Zaha with, of course, the Elastico. Lays it off to Tielemans and it's 2-0 against Crystal Palace. We are destroying them as Zaha grabs his second assist of the game. Have a look at this for a celebration from Tielemans. Looks like he's come out straight from a circus or something. But anyways, it is 2-0 Leicester City. A phenomenal finish that was from, of course, Tielemans. Look at the skill there from Zaha. The Elastico to open up space. And then Tielemans just bangs it home. It's really been one-way traffic in this one as Tielemans robs the ball off. The Crystal Palace defender lays it off for Timo Werner. It's too easy. We've dismantled Crystal Palace. Now I know they're not the strongest of teams, but this is a really impressive performance and I'm sure the big clubs around England are worried about this because we are looking like proper good title contenders. Like, the only game we've dropped points in was that one against Man United. Besides that, we've been pretty much perfect. And let's keep going, man. Tielemans picking up yet another assist. Corner comes in and come on, man. Are we ever going to keep a clean sheet if we keep conceding silly goals like this? The thing is, man, you can't even defend against this. Corners are so random, like, you really can't do much. It's just bad luck as we concede a goal to Crystal Palace and in a way they're back in the game, but I think we've been so much better in this first half, we should be fine. Crystal Palace, man, looks like they've finally woken up as they're trying to create some chances, but the likes of Alderweireld and Soyuncu are doing really well to deal with their attack, which is nice to see as we might be on the counter-attack here with Riyad Mahrez on the charge. Can Mahrez convert this? He goes for goal. Riyad Mahrez, man, he's just insane. I am so glad we've signed him. The guy is just an incredible player on this game, so good on the ball, his finishing is crazy, and there you go, he makes it 4-1 against Crystal Palace, and I doubt they can get back into this game. Look at the pace from him. A lot of you guys were saying he was slow, but he feels pretty quick to me as we make it 4-1 against Palace. Max Meyer looking to create something for Palace. Oh, that challenge from Soyuncu was genuinely world-class. I thought I was going to get the shot away, but then a last-ditch tackle. That is world-class defending from Soyuncu. We've actually been so unlucky to not be keeping clean sheets this season. Here's Maddison. Inside to Timo Werner. Turns one. Finds Maddison again. Now back to Timo Werner on that left foot of his and bang. Timo Werner scores as we make it 5-1 against Palace. This has been a complete dominant performance from Leicester City. We've been the far better team and deservedly so. We're now leading 5-1. Great to see Timo Werner on the score sheet as well. Look at that for an assist though from Maddison. Inch perfect pass. Full time against Crystal Palace, and what a performance this was. In that first half, we were just so dominant. It was unfortunate that we conceded in this game, but regardless of that, I think this was one of our most complete performances. We barely gave Crystal Palace any space to do anything. It was just a perfect game for us, and I'm really happy with our performance. Another game has come and gone without a goal for Zaha. Will you continue to back him for the rest of the season? He gave 2 assists, man, in this game. Like, are goals everything? I mean, I've got to say, man, the guy's been really good for me, and I'm not going to be complaining. Like, his assists have been really crucial for the team. And goals will come soon. It happens to all forwards, man. You sometimes have dry spells, but the good thing is, even when he's not scoring, he's performing through assists and all that. With that big win against Palace, our goal difference has definitely shot up as we've scored the most goals in the Premier League so far. And with that, we're league leaders at the moment. And this has happened, I think, for the first time in this series. We are number 1 in the Premier League after match day 6. We've got the same amount of points as Spurs. In fact, our goal difference is same as well. But because we've scored more, at least for now, we are league leaders. This is a moment we can definitely cherish, even though it's only temporary. But this is where we want Leicester City to be come end of season, and so far we've started well. Oh, so we play Crystal Palace once again in this episode, but this time it's in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we can knock them out from this competition and move on to round 4. So I didn't show you guys Ian Morgan's full stats, and have a look at this, guys. This guy is a CDM with a 4-star weak foot and a 4-star skill move stat. That's actually crazy good, man. He's got decent pace as well, and decent stats all round. With training, the guy is going to be amazing for us, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And he might be getting his debut very soon for Leicester City, which I'm certainly excited about. So I'm going to be simulating this upcoming game against Palace in the Carabao Cup, because I feel like we should be able to get through them pretty easily, even with the second team. So let's sim this one and hope that we can get the result. All of the youngsters are playing this game. It should be enough for us to get the win, and there you go. Danny Olmo scoring a hat-trick for us in this one, with Iheanacho adding to that 4-1, and we've knocked Palace out from this competition. Seems like Iheanacho is happy with the game time he's getting, which is lovely to see. I'm just going to say I expect more of this. So we've now drawn Swansea City in the round 4 of the Carabao Cup. I reckon we should be able to get past them without much of a problem. Hopefully we can, go far in the Carabao Cup. That would be nice. Up next though in the Premier League, we've got a huge game and a trip to London as we face Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. We can never underestimate a team like Chelsea, even though at the moment they're not doing that well. They're 7th in the Premier League, but after all, they're Chelsea. They've got quality players in their team, and this is going to be a challenge. Chelsea versus Leicester City at the Stamford Bridge, a massive game in the Premier League. The last time we faced the top 6 side, unfortunately we drew, and this time I really want to beat Chelsea so that we can make a statement to all the rest of the big Premier League clubs that Leicester are here to go for the title. This is the team that I've gone for, basically the strongest possible 11 I could put forward. All the players have been rested well and they are ready for this fixture. We've got Alderweireld, Tielemans, Maddison all starting, and also I've put Ian Morgan on the bench. Now I know it's a risky move, but I feel like giving him his debut in a game like this is really going to help him get the experience needed. So you guys might be seeing him in action in this one at some point. We're definitely going to try and give him his debut at Stamford Bridge. Would be an iconic moment for him. Am I wrong in thinking that this Chelsea team actually looks pretty average? I mean, Pulisic is great, Kante is great, Jorginho and Kovacic decent, Joshua King and Pedro now, not too sure about that. The defense looks okay. Victor Moses playing in 2020 for Chelsea in this career mode, not too sure about that. They've got Kepa and goal though, but I actually feel that our team is better and we should be able to win this game. Looks for N'Golo Kante. Kante inside to Pedro and Kasper Schmeichel. Absolutely unbelievable. That's got to be one of the best saves we've seen so far in this career mode. Schmeichel, man, he's insane. That pass from Kante to Pedro was superb, and once Pedro got there, I thought that was surely going in, but Kasper Schmeichel, take a flipping bow, man. What a save that was. Kante looks for Jorginho. It's a big chance for Chelsea to take the lead, but Alderweireld, man, what a block there to deny Chelsea. So far, I think we've been pretty abysmal with Chelsea creating all the chances. We need to do something now in this one. Timo Werner looks for Wilfried Zaha. Could be a chance for him to get on the score sheet. Finally, Wilfried Zaha answers his critics by scoring at the Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. Doesn't get any better than that. A lot of people have been criticizing him for not scoring, although he's been performing well overall with assists and all that, but I'm sure he'll be happy now that he's on the score sheet. An important goal for us against Chelsea, and I've got to say, this one's against the run of play, because let's be honest, Chelsea were the team creating all the chances. We've hit them on the counter-attack, but you know what? I'll take it. 1-0 Leicester against Chelsea. A big goal for us in the Prem. A lot of pressure coming from Chelsea, as it could be now a chance for Joshua King. Alderweireld defending really well. He's been so good for us, man. And this should be an easy clearance for us. It isn't, but somehow Alderweireld gets the head of Joshua King. That was chaotic defending ultimately, but it is still 1-0 Leicester. Now Riyad Mahrez looks to bring the ball inside. Sees Timo. Yes, Timo Werner releases Yuri Tielemans. Chance for him to score. The Belgian, no. How has Kepa denied him that? I thought that was surely a goal. Kepa Arrizabalaga with an absolutely ridiculous save. On the one side, we've got Kasper Schmeichel making incredible saves. And now we've got Kepa doing exactly that. That was stunning from him. Fair play to the goalkeeper that, because that was ridiculous. Halftime against Chelsea, and I'm definitely content with the result so far. 1-0 at halftime at the Stamford Bridge is a very good scoreline, but our performance has been a bit dodgy. We've been creating a few chances, but I reckon Chelsea have been the better team. Hopefully, though, in the second half, we can improve. Here's James Maddison. Maddison sees Tielemans, who does brilliantly, releases Timo Werner. Could be 2-0 against Chelsea. It is. And Leicester City at the Stamford Bridge are proving a point here. This is the kind of a statement we needed to show to the other Premier League clubs that we are going for the title and we are ready to take on any club in England. As Leicester make it 2-0 against Chelsea. Timo Werner yet again on the score sheet. Yuri Tielemans picking up the assist for that, but look at that for a finish there from Timo Werner. The German is on target yet again as Leicester make it 2-0. Making some changes, and I finally think it is time to give Ewan Morgan, one of the most talented prospects to come from our academy, his Leicester City debut. So let's bring him on for Ndidi. I know it's a big risk, but we're going to find out if he's capable of playing at this very high level. We'll also bring on Chukwueze for Mahrez to give us some added pace. And let's bring on Jamie Vardy as a super sub for Timo Werner. Ewan Morgan chasing Carlos Soler. Can he get there? He can't, but Kasper Schmeichel made an incredible save to deny Chelsea. Still 2-0 Leicester. One thing's for sure, we got to get that shirt untucked because Ewan Morgan looks like he's playing in the 90s with the tucked shirt. So yeah, we need to get rid of that. And it's job well done as we've made a statement in the Premier League, beating Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge away. What a performance from the team, and also lovely to give Ewan Morgan his Leicester debut. Really happy about that, and we got it done, man. An important win in the Premier League. We're going for the title this season. We just gave Ewan Morgan his debut and he's back in training, and now look at that, he's already gone up by 1 in his overall. He's 67 rated. I've got big hopes from that guy, man. We're gonna train him consistently and hopefully in a few months he'll be even better. Getting some transfer business done outside the window as we've sold Andy King to Empoli for 670,000. Added funds, always helpful. The scout we sent to Belgium has been extremely disappointing. Not a single good player. That's tough. And even the scout we sent to England, man, not good luck here as well. Not a single player that could, you know, potentially be a big guy for us in the future. But yeah, a bit disappointing. Well, looks like Spurs managed to win big and they've improved their goal difference. But we're still at the top of the Premier League alongside them. They've got a marginal better goal difference than us. Both teams on 19 points. But yeah, what a start to our Premier League season, man. It's actually crazy. Have a look at Werner's stats so far this season. I'm sure you guys are interested in taking a look at this. He's played 8 games so far and he scored 8 times. He's been extremely consistent for me and I'm loving using him. His pace, man, is just brutal for the opposition to defend against. 8.7 average rating in the 8 games he's played. That's actually like proper good. Up next for us though is Champions League football. This is always exciting to get into, man, because Champions League, we're playing in this competition for the first time this season and I can't wait to get underway with things. So our next game in the Champions League group stages is against Lazio as we play at the King Power Stadium. The first time the Champions League is coming to the King Power Stadium in this series and it's going to be a lot of fun. The good thing is we got a solid result against CSKA Moscow in the last episode. We had to work for it though, but I'm hoping this time against Lazio we can get it done. It's not going to be easy though because they've got some quality players in their team. So I'm rotating the squad a little bit for this game because of, you know, fitness concerns, and I want to try and keep the squad fit as possible so that no injuries or something of that sort happen. So we've got Hamza Chaudhry starting this game, Nuno Tavares as well getting an opportunity to experience Champions League football, Dani Olmo in midfield and Chukwueze on the right. But even though we've made a few changes, the team is still looking unbelievable and I think it's good enough to get all 3 points against Lazio. Champions League at the King Power Stadium, let's get it done. Hearing the Champions League anthem, it never really gets bored. We're facing Lazio here at the King Power Stadium, Leicester City in the Champions League. We won our first group stage game. Let's make it 2 wins in 2. Chukwueze bringing it inside. Looks for Timo Werner. The hold-up play is lovely. Releases it to Chukwueze on that left foot of his. In the Champions League, we could be seeing a goal from Chukwueze, but he's denied by the keeper. And Maddison on the rebound couldn't convert. But early signs looking great for us in this game as we are creating chances. Dani Olmo as Wilfried Zaha's making a great run. He controls it well. Still Wilfried Zaha. Or the Elastico. Absolutely brilliant from Zaha. He could be scoring yet again. again, and he does exactly that. Zaha, man. You guys criticized him for not scoring, and there you go. He's back on the score sheet yet again. Gets completely pushed off by one of his teammates there. But anyways, Leicester City take the lead in the Champions League once again. This time it's Wilfried Zaha. The skill moves, man, it is so useful in this game. Look at that. The Elastico completely destroyed the defender, and Zaha did the rest as we've taken the lead against Lazio. This is not looking good for us, as it's a chance for Lazio, and what has just happened here? They've scored one of the best goals I've conceded in a long time. It's this Lazzari guy with an absolute stunner from that left foot of his. I mean, look at this, guys. They get the ball back. I couldn't defend that well. One pass, and then again, and then bang. Like, come on, man. You can't really defend against that. That was world class from Lazio. And it's game on, 1-1. Champions League games are never easy. Lazio once again on the attack with Luis Alberto. That's a brilliant pass, and wow, what a save from Kasper Schmeichel. I think the player was offside regardless, but Kasper Schmeichel at times, man, he is just unbeatable. Half time in this one, and I think we deserve to be in the lead in this game. I think we've been the better side, but well, they scored a wonder goal. Hopefully in the second half, we can take the lead, because I want to win this game. Luis Alberto now looks for Immobile. Could be a chance for Marega. Turns me there. That's brilliant from him. Luis Alberto once again. And Madison tried to block him, but it wasn't possible. This is the Champions League. It's a high level of football, and well, we've conceded. I still feel like we deserve to at least be now drawing against them, because we had a lot of chances in that first half that we didn't take. But Luis Alberto took his chance, and now Lazio are in the lead. The good thing is we've got time to respond. Now Timo Werner back inside to Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo gets past one. What on earth was the defender doing there? And Dani Olmo's equalized against Lazio. Did you guys see the defense from Lazio? I mean, the player just literally just moved away from him. He was like, nah, I can't mark Olmo. Let me just go ahead. I don't know what he was doing there, but I'll take it, man. Dani Olmo beats his man and then bangs it home as Leicester City have equalized almost immediately after conceding. I mean, what was their number 3 doing? That was probably the worst defensive play I've seen from the AI in a long time. Anyways, we've now equalized, which is lovely. I think it's time to bring on some fresh legs. We're going to bring on Riyad Mahrez for Chukwueze and even Jamie Vardy as a super sub. Hopefully he can have an impact in this one. Also, let's bring on Ndidi for Hamza Chaudhry. Lazio applying quite a bit of pressure here, and Kasper Schmeichel, unbelievable. He's literally saved us there. That was incredible. I thought we were definitely going to concede. I mean, how many times is he going to save us like that, man? It's actually insane. Could be another chance here for Lazio. That's terrible defending from us, but Schmeichel is not superhuman. He can't stop that, man. And Joaquin Correa has put Lazio into the lead. We've got about 7 minutes left in this game. Can we avoid losing our first Champions League game? I don't want this happening, so let's do everything possible. This is our first defeat of the season, and it's a painful one. I think the game could have been different if we took our chances early on in the game, but we didn't. And because of that, we allowed Joaquin Correa to cause an impact and, of course, score the winner. And, well, we've taken a big L here in the Champions League. Tough, man. It was a tough loss to take. We've got to respond, though. How come Lazio scored the winner in the last minutes of the game? I'm just going to say just unlucky, because that strike, man, there was nothing stopping that. It was just brutal. And, well, we lost the game, man, in the Champions League as well. This makes the remaining 4 games even more important in our group. So we're now 3rd in our Champions League group, with Lazio being ahead of us based on head-to-head goal difference. RB Leipzig, they're on a run here. They're 1st in the group with 6 points. And we've got now, I guess, 2 games coming up against RB Leipzig in the Champions League. This group is actually more tough than I expected it to be. Our focus is now back on the Premier League as we look to respond after that defeat to, of course, Lazio, the Italian side. We're up against Norwich next, to our 13th in the Premier League. And yeah, we've got to win this game to keep pace with Spurs. One thing's interesting for sure. How are we playing so well in the Premier League but kind of struggling in the Champions League? It's going to be interesting to see how we perform in both competitions in the future, because in the Premier League we're balling out. In the Champions League, we've been really dodgy. Simulating this one against Norwich with basically our strongest 11, I expect a win from the side. And there you go, Madison scoring, Wilfried Zaha as well with a brace. Perfect. Take a look at this. We've got Timo Werner, our new signing, winning the September Player of the Month award. That's lovely to see. He scored quite a few goals in the last few episodes or so, and this is well deserved. What a signing, man. To get him for absolutely free, crazy. Oh man, this is harsh. This is really harsh. Just realized that Soyuncu has suffered a torn hip flexor and he's gonna be out for the next 6 weeks. That's right, 6 weeks. That is a lot of football he's gonna miss, man. Like, look at this. He's gonna miss games against Liverpool at Anfield, RB Leipzig in the Champions League, Spurs as well, and pretty much the entire month of November. That is tough. That is a really harsh injury, and that's going to cause us problems. Thankfully, though, we've got options to replace him. Zwanzebe is brilliant. We've got, of course, Benkovic as well, so I think we should be okay, but it's going to be tough playing without him because he's pretty good. Okay, so take a look at this. We're actually league leaders at the moment with 22 points, which is crazy. Spurs, I think, drop points while we beat Norwich, and that means at the moment we are league leaders by a couple of points over Spurs, 3 points over Liverpool. That is crazy. Next episode, though, is absolutely ridiculous. We play Liverpool, who are just 3 points behind us, so that's a game that could directly affect the title race. And we also play Spurs, who are also just a couple of points behind us. So the next episode is huge for the Premier League. We've got Champions League football as well, so it definitely should be an exciting one, and I can't wait for it. Today's episode was actually really big for our season goals. Maddison and Tielemans are now on 13 goal contributions. We gave Ian Morgan his debut, and also we kept a couple of clean sheets, one against Norwich, which we simmed, and one against Chelsea, in which we played. Timo Werner is also on 8 goals, so things are going really well for our season objectives. Before we wrap up this episode, it is time for you guys to make your vote count and vote for the Player of the Episode award. A couple of nominees for this one. First one being Kasper Schmeichel. How could I not nominate him after the episode he had? Some absolutely astounding saves, helped keep a clean sheet against Chelsea as well, and that's why he's one of your nominees. Your second one is going to be Wilfried Zaha, who scored a ton of goals in this episode, a few assists as well against Crystal Palace. So yeah, those two are your nominees, Kasper Schmeichel and Zaha. Click the I button on the top right of your screen to vote for either of them. And that is that, guys, for today's episode of the Leicester City Career Mode series. It's been a fun episode to record. A lot's gone down in this one, but the next episode's about to be even more insane as we're up against Liverpool and Spurs, so that should be fun. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, make sure to drop a like on this one. That would be awesome. If you are new around here, subscribe for more FIFA 20 content, and I'll catch you guys next time.